Hola, do tariffs exist in nature? Well now, what a splendidly cheeky question. Sit tight, tune in, and tilt your whiskers toward wonder, for the answer may just nip you like a mischievous vine snake in spring. I am Sir Leamerton of Leafshire, keeper of the sacred branch, amateur cryptobotanist, full-time translator of moss dialects, and honorary professor of transdimensional trail games at the University of Unseen Things. Bienvenidos. Today's field note: the jungle's customs agents. Do tariffs exist in nature? Broadcasting to you now via ham radio from my camouflaged Tree Hollow station. Position undisclosed, though I can tell you there's a rather pushy capuchin eyeing my last banana. The rainforest mist is thick, the frogs are chatty, and somewhere my sloth assistant is still trying to decide whether to move or blink. And speaking of sloths, did you hear what the sloth said at the border crossing? I'll declare my fruit, but not my feelings. Wise, that one. Now then. You asked about tariffs in nature. Let me whisper you into a world where the booths have feathers, pheromones, and claws sharper than any bureaucrat's pen. Nature, my dear listener, is brimming with tolls. Only they're not paid in coin or customs forms, but in energy, posture, and sometimes blood. Consider this: symbiotic tariffs, where trust is the currency. Cleaner fish nibble parasites off sharks, paying rent with loyalty, but bite the shark's skin instead of a flea? That's tariff evasion, and snap goes the landlord's jaw. Territorial tariffs, the toll roads of the wild. Enter a lion's land, and your toll might be your tail. Coyotes, ants, even birds enforce invisible borders with fang and scent. The cost? Boldness, or sometimes disappearance. Mating tariffs, the romantic ridiculousness. Behold the peacock. That glorious feather fountain is a declaration of tax paid to the gene pool. I survived with this attached, he cries. And female peahens? They collect. Energy tariffs, the jungle's brutal budget. A lion chasing a zebra risks bankruptcy with every failed pounce. Even the humble bee pays in wing beats to earn sweet nectar. No freeloaders here. Parasitic tariffs, the trickiest of all. Like wasps that lay eggs inside caterpillars, the host pays unknowingly with its life. The fine print? There isn't one. Even your own body, mis amigos, has its own HeartMath tariff. Chronic stress? That's an energetic tariff robbing your immunity. Coherence, on the other paw, is like opening trade routes between your heart and head. As within, so beyond. Ah, but now, let us tiptoe into the stiller sanctuaries. For not all creatures pay their dues with drama. Welcome, if you will, to the secret council of the masters of minimalism, those exquisite beings who've hacked the jungle's economy by doing gloriously less. The pangolin. Armored introvert extraordinaire. No flash, no fury, just a scaly little no thank you rolled into a ball. The kakapo. A teddy bear with feathers, too chunky to fly, too charming to care. Once predator-free, now the toast of conservationists and hobbit lovers alike. The ai, Madagascar's magical-fingered recluse, feared and thus left alone. A hermit with sonar hands and ancestral flair. The wobbegong, the living rug of Neptune's den, lays in wait, paisley patterned, snacking only when truly inspired. The tarsier, galactic gremlin of the trees, stillness incarnate, with eyes borrowed from the moon. The sea cucumber, squishy janitor of the sea floor. Threaten it, and it politely hands over its intestines. Bold move, bold digestion, and the crown jewel of this sacred order. The manatee. Ah, yes, the herbivorous hug of the aquatic world. A creature so serene, the water stills around it, moves like a poem, grazes like a monk. Its very presence whispers, no rush, no roar, just being is enough. Stillness is not stagnation, it is mastery in disguise. As Confucius might say, he who taxes not the moment harvests the unseen. The manatee, the gentle cloud of the sea. Floating serenely through warm coastal waters, the manatee says, "Why fight tides when you can float with them?" Their strategies: few predators. In calm, warm estuaries and shallow waters, not many animals bother the manatee. Massive size plus docile nature. Not a threat, not a feast. They graze slowly, like aquatic cows, in ecosystems where food is steady and threats are rare. So how do they pay the natural tariff? They don't, with currency or conquest. They pay with presence, with stillness. They have made themselves ecologically invisible or undesirable to mess with. In a world driven by competition, they survive by practicing radical peace. Final twist? In recent years, studies show these peaceful beings might play crucial roles in their ecosystems, like sloths being tree fertilizers through their poo cycles and manatees helping aquatic plant balance. They weren't freeloaders. They were guardians disguised as nap enthusiasts. The real jungle law isn't survival of the fittest, it's survival of the most aligned. And now, my dear listeners, I must away. My talking husky is demanding a stroll, and the confounding cat has once again reprogrammed my crystal receiver to pick up jazz from Jupiter. Until next time, remember, keep giving and taking steps of wellness. And if you like this, share it with a squirrel or perhaps a skeptical uncle. Either way, until our trails cross again. Stay tuned, stay strange, and never pay a tariff without checking what the jungle's charging first. Over and out.